Look at it. It's gonna be there throughout the whole video, so I just have to deal with it. Hello, people of the interweb. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. This week is also a non-DIY. Instead, I'm doing a tag video, and if you can't guess by the title, I am doing the mixed girl tag. A few years ago when I saw YouTubers doing the mixed girl tag, it was really interesting. It was one of my favorite videos to watch. It was nice to see other people I could relate to and how they experience life as someone mixed. And so I thought, I want to fill the mixed girl tag. So here it is. Question 1. What are you mixed with? I am Hispanic, Black, and white. The Hispanic part of me is Mexican. The white part of me is French and Irish, according to my mom. And I don't know what the Black part of me is. I don't know where that derives from. I'm also supposedly Indian, Cherokee on my mom's side, and Apache on my dad's side. Now don't hold me to the validity of those two because I was young when I was told that, and I'm not so sure if whether I dreamt it or it's real. I'm gonna talk about a little pet peeve I have with people asking me what I am mixed with. I'm fine with people asking me, so what are you mixed with? I am not fine with people coming up to me and asking me, so what's your nationality? I'm American. I know they mean what is your ethnicity or what your race is, but some reason that's the question that people always ask. What's your nationality? It's like, I was born here in the United States. I'm American, or I'm from the United States. So, little educational fact, there is a difference between race, ethnicity, and nationality. Maybe I'll just pop them right here. I'll just pop the definitions right here, if they fit. Question number 2. What ethnicity have you most often been mistaken for? Oddly enough, I haven't really been mistaken for that many things. Most people, if they try to guess, it's usually Puerto Rican or Cuban or Dominican. Because obviously they can tell I'm some type of Hispanic or Latina. So I don't really get any mistakes that far off the spectrum, I guess. Question number 3. Is your hair curly or straight? My hair is extremely curly. It is very curly. Half of it doesn't want to curl anymore because it has heat damage, but from about here is curly and the rest of this doesn't want to curl. Yes, I straighten my hair too much. Don't judge me. Question number 4. Was coming from different backgrounds challenging growing up? Now, this question, I don't think coming from different backgrounds was challenging growing up for me. What was challenging was growing up in a neighborhood that was predominantly Caucasian. I grew up in kind of a type of suburb in Southern California. So when I was younger, there was a lot more Caucasian people than there were any other race when I was going to school. Especially when I look back on my yearbook pictures, there are more white kids. It was hard not to get stares when I was growing up. A lot of people would look at me from across the room or wherever and stare hard at me. It always made me feel uncomfortable. And then eventually, minutes later, they would come up and ask me, so what are you? One thing that was challenging about being multiracial is that a lot of people expected me to speak Spanish, and a lot of people still expect me to speak Spanish. Unfortunately, I did not grow up learning Spanish. I know a few words and I can understand Spanish in context. Oddly enough, I can read it pretty well. I just don't know what I'm saying. I can do that with a lot of languages though, other than Spanish. What I'm saying, I don't know. I just know how to pronounce things, I guess. Which background do you embrace the most? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know which background I embrace the most. I eat a lot of Mexican food. As far as cultural things, I embrace American culture. I don't embrace specific racial or ethnic cultures generally. Sorry if that sounds a little disappointing, but I'm straight up American as far as culture goes. So I don't really embrace one side more than the other. A lot of people are really deeply rooted in their ethnic cultures and heritage. I'm not really, I just eat the food. Have you ever been teased for being different? I have been teased for a lot of things growing up. Not really anything to do racially or ethnic wise. I guess it kind of was teasing, mainly by adults, which is kind of sad for being a kid, that I don't speak Spanish and it's bad that I don't speak Spanish, or don't say anything, but the look they give me is like, you don't speak Spanish, you're not Mexican, or something like that. It's like, not necessarily my fault. No one really spoke it to me that much. It's not like I can't learn Spanish. I can learn different languages. Doesn't make me a different ethnicity or make me any more or less than what I am. This next question is very big for me, especially when I was younger. Have you ever been ashamed of being multiracial? When I was younger, especially in elementary school, surrounded by a bunch of Caucasian kids, I was ashamed of being multiracial. Not necessarily, okay, I wouldn't say necessarily that I was ashamed of being multiracial, but it was disappointing in a way. I wanted to be white and I wanted to be like the other little kids. The majority of my class was. There was probably 1 to 2 Black kids that I knew and maybe 1 Asian kid growing up in my elementary classes. So majority of the kids were white and I wanted to be just like them. You kind of expect that from a little kid, to want to be just like everything they see, and obviously that's a lot of things that we know that are a problem with our society. I wanted to have the straight hair all the girls had, and I wanted to have blue eyes and blonde hair, and I wanted to be of a lighter skin tone because that's all I saw, that's all I was around. There were very few kids that were my skin tone. And it's not like other kids made me feel bad about being different. They never did. It's just what I saw I wanted to be. Things have changed since then. Do you feel that being mixed has its benefits? Yes, I do feel that being mixed has its benefits. Obviously, you get a whole different perspective in life. I feel being mixed gives you this sense of understanding, knowing different sides of the story, kind of, in a way. Everybody's mixed with something in reality. But I'm immediately mixed from my parents. I am not an offspring of my grandparents that happen to be mixed, and I'm mixed with one more thing. I am a combination of 2 people that are completely different races. And being the first in my family gives me a different outlook on the world. I honestly feel that because I am mixed, I have a better understanding and a tolerance of different people. I am different than a majority of the population that I am around. I also feel that when you come from a different background, you obviously have that perspective from that background. But when you come from multiple different backgrounds and you've been around them, you're more tolerable to others. You have more patience. I'm not very eloquent, sorry. So it just gives me a better understanding and tolerance. I don't know how to put that into words. Sorry, I'm bad at explaining stuff. What makes being multiracial a beautiful thing? I love being multiracial. I know I had challenges with that growing up, but now I really embrace it because, as we've seen, there are a lot more interracial couples and interracial relationships and a lot more multiracial children being born into the world. I feel with that, when different cultures and different races combine, it brings a better understanding and a better tolerance and a better amount of peace. Because we understand that, yes, people are different, but we are all one. We are all the same. We are all made up of the same thing. And I feel that being multiracial brings that perspective, and that is a beautiful thing. For sure. Do I have any advice for someone that is struggling with their multiracial identity? Everybody is different. People are different everywhere around the world. They look different. They think differently, but what's most important is who you are and who you are as a person. Just because you come from multicultural backgrounds does not mean that you have to be one or the other more, or that you have to act a certain way or think a certain way. Your race does not define your behaviors, and your race does not define your actions. And if you're struggling with wanting to be another race or another ethnicity, then don't worry, because eventually you'll see the bright side. And you'll understand that being different is not bad. And honestly, in a few years' time, there are going to be a lot of people just like you. And there are a lot of people just like you that think, I would rather be this than that. But what you have to understand is that you are you. But what's most important is that you make the best of it. And you can embrace both sides. You don't have to pick one. You can embrace all sides, no matter how many you're mixed with. Love you and love who you are. That's my advice. So if you liked my video, leave a comment down below. Are you multiracial? Or if you're not, tell me what your ethnic background is. Share something you like about it and maybe something you don't like about it. I hope that you like everything about it. So I hope you guys have a good week, and I will see you next time. Bye!
I know this was a tag video and I wasn't tagged by anyone, but now I tag you. I hope you liked my video this week. I wanted to do a little something different, or something similar to other people. So if you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up and click subscribe to be notified when I make another video. And if you would like, check out my last video where I talked about cutting my hair and why I cut my hair, and how, if you want to cut your hair, do it. Go ahead and do it. And if you like to stalk me on social media, I am sammaysamsam everywhere. Did you also notice that I am a little less monotone this week? I'm getting better at it. Slightly better.
Oh, feel so sweaty. Ah.